Hey Buns, so with Endwalker just around the corner, now's the time to consider which job you might want to play in the new expansion, what jobs you want to take seriously, and you could base that decision on gameplay. Or you could base that decision on which job has the best outfit. So today we're going to take a close look at all the level 90 gear that we are getting in Endwalker, and I'm going to rank them for which ones I think are the best and which ones I think are just terrible. Now, they will look different sometimes depending on whether you have a male or a female character, and whenever I went to the media tour, I did get footage of all of that so we can compare here what some will look like on male or female character, and some hats don't work for Viera, so keep that in mind too. All right, let's hop to it. Let's start with Dark Knight. So this might be my new favorite Dark Knight set. My previous favorite was a level 70 Abyss set, which was cool, but this definitely looks a lot more tanky. It's like dark medieval dark fantasy, you know? And I like a little ruby in the chest. It's kind of like a nice accent there, though it does to me look like a demon in the chest. Like I see a demon with horns and the ruby is like his third eye. I don't know if you see that too. You do get an armored tail, which is practical if you are on a character that has a tail. Otherwise, it's just kind of a weird cosplay. The weapon is absolutely giant, and it looks pretty uncomfortable to sling on your shoulder like that because it has like spikes jutting out. I mean, it makes more sense to hold it like the female character does. The helmet does not work on Viera, but I'm not super wild about the helmet anyway, even though it is really, really thematic to the classic Dark Knight look. Like if you look at the other Dark Knight AF sets, look at Cecil from FF4, you have that like little horn thing going on. That's the Dark Knight look. So, I mean, I don't think it would be fair for me to de-rank it for a hat that I just don't personally like when it is so very much Dark Knight. So I think it's safe to say that this set is an S tier. The Paladin set from the CGI trailer. This is like the first glimpse that we ever got of Endwalker was of this set, and so for me this set just sort of encapsulates what Endwalker is. It's even platinum, like the platinum color theme of Endwalker is reflected here in this silver shiny armor, and I love it. I honestly feel kind of emotional about this set, and this is gonna sound really stupid, but when I first started playing FF14 I was maining Paladin, and I remember getting my first job set, and it was like really dinky level 50 gear. Like now it's dinky in retrospect, and I was so happy. I was so excited, and I felt like it was the best gear I had ever seen in a game, and I was like, I'm never gonna change out of this armor. This is the best armor I've ever had. And so now to see how far Paladin has come, it's also like makes me think about how far the game has come, how much it's evolved over time, and it's kind of cool to think about. This is true of all Paladin gear, but especially this set. This is main character gear, okay? Like you're the hero of the story. You look like the king or the queen who got so pissed about what was going on in the kingdom that you stood up and charged right into battle yourself. Like you're just, I'm gonna take care of this myself. So easy S tier. I don't think anyone would argue this. So for a warrior, so I like it, right? Like it's sort of a mix between like an armored set and Conan the Barbarian look, and that's cool. Like I like the aesthetic. I always like the warrior aesthetic, but I do not like the axe at all. Like I honestly can't remember the last time that they made an axe that I liked. I feel like this is just way over designed. There's too much going on. I kind of like the muscly bits, like looks like muscle or sinew. I don't know if that was what they were going for. The set itself isn't bad. I mean, I like it in concept. I like it in theory. I guess to me, my main issue is it feels way too much like the Realm Reborn warrior set. It just feels like I've seen this set already. You know, it doesn't feel very unique. It doesn't feel very inspired. And it's nothing to write home about, in my opinion, even though it's fine. It's just samey. That's all. It doesn't feel new or exciting to me. They did send us renders of all the different job sets, and for Warrior, they showed a Hrothgar in this set, and the hat worked for Hrothgar. However, whenever I had this set in the game for the media tour, the hat was not working on a Viera at that time, so maybe that's something that will change, but at the time of the media tour, the helmet was not working for Viera. Since this is not an ugly set, it's a pretty good set. It's thematic, it's fine. It's just not super inspired. I think this is a B tier set. Moving on to Gunbreaker. So, wow, I love this set. It is so so good. Like this set, it's one of these sets that's so good. It makes you want to level the job, even if you don't like that job because you want this outfit. Like it is sleek, it's form-fitting, it's professional. You even have like a little bit of a starched ironed collar here. I mean, you look like a bodyguard for the elite. You're like billionaire's secret service, which kind of makes sense. I mean, we're going to space, so I guess that kind of makes sense. Tanks have it pretty good this expansion, honestly. Most of the tank sets are incredible. So this is another tank set at S tier. We've got 3 tank sets already at S tier. Moving on to Samurai. So I think this is a set that has really grown on me. When I first saw a glimpse at it at the live letter where Yoshi P first showed us the job gear, I wasn't really sure what to think of it, but now after seeing it in game, I really like it a lot. And I think that the eye thing is super cool, even if, well, especially since it makes you look kind of goth from far away. Like far away, it just looks like you have like some heavy, dark makeup on there. I honestly think this is the best samurai set so far, and I like it a lot more than the one from Shadowbringers, and it's just as good, if not better, than the original samurai set. I don't want to give it an S rank, though, because it's not really my aesthetic, and this is a very subjective, personal list, and it did have to grow on me a little bit. So for me, I think this is a really solid set. This is an A tier samurai set. Monk. Okay, so I don't play Monk because I've never really been drawn to that aesthetic, but there have been some Monk sets in the past that I really liked. What I will say about this set that I do like, I like the tattoos. Always having tattoos on your set is awesome. I like the half mask thing as a concept. I don't know if I really love the execution, even though it does match the tattoos. I mean, it fits with the outfit, but do I love it? Not so sure. The weapon is really awesome because the weapon is literally just gloves, and I think that's extremely cool. And so there are some things about this that I like a lot, but overall, as a complete package, I can't really say that I'm in love with it. I wouldn't say that it's as sexy as like the Stormblood Monk gear, which was extremely good. It's okay. It's all right. It's all right. So for that reason, I think it being all right, well, I think it's C tier. Yeah, C tier. So Ninja. Okay, so it's it's not good. Okay, it's not good at all. It's not good at all. All right, like I realize, yes, the mask, it's traditional. There's a lot of, traditional stuff on here, but that doesn't mean that it looks good. Okay, it actually looks terrible. I tried this set on 3 different characters, and they all looked terrible in this set. It looks like a clown suit, frankly. Puffy pants are... There's something. I mean... It makes me sad because I know that Ninja had one of the sexiest pants in the game. If you're a female character, I think for one of the Realm Reborn sets, if I remember correctly, is extremely sexy pants. It was so good. Just so good. And we never... Well, how the mighty have fallen. Okay, that's all I can say about that. This is terrible. That's an F tier from me. F. No, we'll glamour over that so quick. Moving on to Dragoon. So, Dragoon set is honestly incredible. It is amazing. It is amazingly good. When I first saw a glimpse at the Dragoon set at that live letter, we got the first look, I was not sure about it. I thought it was pretty good, but it wasn't until I saw it in game at the media tour that I really appreciated the set, because there's a lot of turquoise accents on the armor that match turquoise and blue accents that are on the weapon. The weapon itself looks incredible, and this doesn't have any corny dragon scales or dragon wings on it, and yet it still looks so Dragoon, and I love it. I can't imagine any Dragoon that wouldn't be super happy with this set. I think it might be the best Dragoon set. Yeah, I think it might be this S tier. Easy. the Reaper set. So I would not be considering maining this job if I didn't absolutely love and adore this job set, which obviously I do. I mean, it should be no surprise. And for me, like the biggest part of the set, yeah, it's the weapon. The weapon is giant. It is a huge scythe that's so big. It actually has to fold whenever you're just walking around. It like folds back, which is good. Overall, I really like the set because it feels super unique. It feels super different. I feel like I've never seen anything quite like it before. It is sleek. You know, you have some like cutouts here for, I guess, your demon to like tickle you a little bit. The face wrapping is really strange and interesting. Like this is covering your whole face, so only your eyes are peeking out. Really, like it's honestly pretty creepy. It's like a little bit spooky vibes from this set, but that makes a lot of sense. And overall, it's great. I think I'm going to give this an S tier. Yeah, Dancer. Okay, well, I guess it's time for me to turn in my Dancer card because I don't like it, and I know a lot of dancers who love this set. I can't say that I agree. I do love the weapons. They're really cool and different, amazing, though it seems even more terrifying to try to catch it by the right side in midair. I just don't like the shorts personally. I'm not a fan of the shorts or the shoes, but I will say that on a male character, the Dancer set looks absolutely incredible. It is so different in my opinion. I really like it on a male character. But on a female character, I don't like it. I just don't. So for me, I would put Dancer Boy at S tier, and I would put Dancer Girl at D tier. So that means, I guess the whole set is a B. Yeah, I think that evens out. Moving on to Bard. So it is a crime that the hat does not work for Viera for this set because the hat is so essential to the look for this set. And I feel like for AF gear that you only get once per expansion, once every 2 years for your job, it's really special. They could maybe try to at least make the hats work for all of the races, for all of the AF gear. I don't think that's too much to ask to literally just let the ears clip out the top. I don't think it's actually better than the Storyteller set from Stormblood, which set a pretty high bar, honestly, for other sets, even though this does feel like a spiritual successor to that. Overall, I think it's a nice set, but I just can't help but feeling like it's so safe. It's so safe. Like, it almost feels too professional for Bard. Like, I tend to like the more wacky fantasy rock star looks for Bard. Like I actually love the level 50 gear. I think it was the Realm Reborn gear where you've got like one pants that's stars and the other pant is stripes. If you look at even the 60 set though, the 70 set, and arguably even the level 80 gear, they all give off such a fun vibe. Like you're the life of the party, and I feel like that's what this set really lacks. It's okay. It looks good. I just feel like it's a bit too straight-laced. Like I said, it feels too professional, if that makes sense. B tier. It's pretty good, but it really could be more special. Machinist. So, yes, this gear is pretty similar to the level 80 gear. But the level 80 gear was amazing, so of course this is amazing too. I mean, it looks great. It's extremely sexy. I love this set. I like the Wild West vibes. I like the ribbon. I like the goggles, and I love the gun, the like mini gun you have. And I feel like this is something I've said for multiple sets. It just doesn't feel original. Okay. And in this case, though, I can't say it bothers me all that much because the set still looks really good. So could be more original, but looks great. So I think we're going to pull this one to A tier. Okay, so Red Mage is next. I do like the fact that as a female character, this time you get some pants instead of a skirt. Normally I like skirts, but it's nice to have a little variety. Not so sure about the egg. I honestly prefer this set on a male character versus a female character. I think it looks better on a male character, and I'll tell you why. The booba makes it so it feels a little top heavy. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, having booba makes it just like there's so much going on the top part that it feels a little bit lopsided. I don't know if that's the right word to use, but I feel like on a male character it's just more sleek And I tend to prefer a more sleek look a lot of the time. So I think that who wore it better? Bunny Boy wore it better. Some people might say that this Red Mage set is kind of samey, and that I think that's valid, but then again, like, Red Mage is a job that has an incredibly specific aesthetic, right? You are pretty much like a musketeer, and maybe it would help if they could venture a little bit beyond that, but I feel like it's maybe more so than other jobs, harder to step out of that very specific aesthetic. It's decent. It's a decent set. Am I wild about it? Not exactly. So I'm going to call this C tier. It's okay. It's okay. The summoner gear looks absolutely fantastic. I love it. And you have a big horn this time. You don't have like a little dinky horn like in Shadowbringers. I feel like the colors are sort of Phoenix oriented, which is really cool. It's a nice change of pace. And I like the gold trim. The gold trim is just really pretty. It's really artfully designed, and it's sort of like a brass, actually not quite gold. I like the sort of wing-like features on the shoulders that are sort of subtle, not really super over the top. You do still have butt wings, though. Gotta have the butt wings, which are fine. They look good. But honestly, like, taking a really close look at this set, you can appreciate the attention to detail here. Honestly, yeah, I think this one deserves S tier. It's one of the best summoner sets of all time. It looks really, really good. Black Mage. This might be, of all the sets, the most bland and uninspired set. Like, this might actually seem a little harsh because I do like it. I do like it. But the problem is that it feels like a dungeon set. It just feels like a standard caster robe that drops in the new dungeon. It doesn't seem at all like the new Black Mage a level 90 AF gear set. And look at the level 70 set for Black Mage, or the female version for the level 80 set. They were so unique and so cool and so thematic. And this just ain't it. I mean, I like the charms and fangs on the jewelry. Like, I like where it felt like they were going, but then it feels like there's just not a lot here. It feels really bland overall, and frankly, I'm pretty disappointed. Compare it to something like the Summoner set that has so many artful details all throughout it, and it's like very well thought out, very coherent, very thematic. It's just, it's missing so much. It's D tier. Could be a lot better. Okay, White Mage. So, look. I absolutely love this set. My God, it really is so extra. Like, there's so many ruffles, and there's a tiara you get to wear. I don't think there's another set in the entire game that will make you feel quite as pretty as this set will. And yes, I was a bit surprised by the fact that the male version is basically the same. Like, the only difference I could see is the male version has, it doesn't have a cutout, like tiny cutout right here, and the shoulders are not cut out. But that's it. It's pretty much exactly the same. And, I mean, I kept saying that I hope that they would be more bold and take more risks in the sets. And, I gotta say, wearing this set on my bun boy was incredibly invigorating. I think he looks fantastic. And so this might be one of my all-time favorite sets ever. It is great. It looks great. It's so fun. Excellent. It's excellent. S tier. Love it. I love this set. It's so good. The Scholar set. So I liked the Scholar set when I first had a glimpse of it. It's not really frumpy looking like so many Scholar sets. This time it's actually classy, and it looks, yes, still like you are graduating, but that's the Scholar aesthetic, you know, that's the theme. But I have to say that I was really shocked at the media tour when I saw this set on a male character, because it looks so good. Like, you look like a ship captain who's just perusing their private library. It exudes authority, like strategery. So for me, I would say that for males, it's S tier. For females, it's like B. So I think I'll put this at A tier. Sage. With nothing really to compare it to, all I can say is it's so fresh and so clean, right? It's medical grade. Glam. I really do love the visor though. The visor is super cool. It can also be a circlet, like you can move it. And I like little ether gauges on the set. Like you look like a fantasy doctor, fantasy scientist. It complements the weapons really, really beautifully. We have seen this set in all of its glory already in the CGI trailer too. I don't think anybody doesn't like this set. I've never heard anyone say they don't think it looks awesome. Like the aesthetic for Sage is incredible. This set looks incredible. That's an easy S tier. Okay, Astrologer. So first, let me say, the weapon is very good. Okay, it looks great, very cool, very inspired. It's nice. The weapon is really good. It seems like a different team was working on the weapon than who was working on the set, because the weapon is not enough to fix the pile of unfolded laundry that is the Astrologer level 90 set. Okay, it literally looks like you got all of your Astrologer sets from the past and threw them all in the wash together, and then you forgot which pieces go with the what. Like, it is so sloppy and frumpy. It looks like it's been downcycled, not upcycled, downcycled. Okay, I ran around in the set in the media tour, and I just couldn't get over how dumb it felt to like walk around in bell bottoms under my dress. It's a mess, and it's horrendous. Okay, it is truly awful. If I could put it below F, I would, but it's F. So that is all for my rankings of the level 90 job gear we are expecting in Endwalker, and by and large, I would say that the vast majority of these sets are either god tier or great, or at least quite good. So I think most people have a lot to look forward to in the upcoming expansion, and I'm sure there are going to be many people who disagree with my assessments of job sets I didn't like so much, and there are going to be people who love those sets too. So let me know what you think. Let me know if I'm way off, if you completely disagree, or if you do agree in the comments section down below. If you like this video, please consider supporting the channel on Patreon or on Twitch. You can also support the channel for free just by clicking the subscribe button or by sharing this video with your fellow Warriors of Light. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.